obey my commands, protect yourself a good time. Let's touch gloves, have a good clean fight.
Any number of scenarios you can pick for this fight. Now expect him to try to start fast, Emmanuel.
Organized and uncomfortable when they fight in different settings, such as the case. I think the speed factor could be a big factor for him.
Trying to mount his attack behind the right hand lead. That's a change for him. In the past, Rahman has been effective working off the jab. Now he backs Sanders into a corner and tries his hand at infighting.
Seems to have been in control of everything. Going to be a big factor.
Sanders lands a short left hand, seems to wobble Rahman a bit. Rahman fighting out of the corner. Sanders easily blocking the jab with his right hand instantly against Sanders. There he goes to the left hook to the body, and Sanders fires a counter in return.
Sanders' speed seems to be a big factor in this fight at this point in time.
Particularly compared to Rahman, but there's a hard left hand, and obviously softness around the belly does nothing to slow Corrie Sanders' remarkable hand speed for such a big man.
Rahman has been primarily known throughout his career mostly as a right-hand puncher. Busier professional than Sanders, which looked very inactive. But the amateur career of Sanders was so much more extensive than that of Rahman, which to my knowledge didn't have much of an amateur career.
Right hand counter after Sanders landed a left hand. Now Sanders trying to fire his left hand through Rahman's guard, and they trade punches in the corner. Corrie Sanders looking to hit a double or a triple, or maybe even a home run.
Okay. This is turning out to be a good fight here. Both guys are getting hit.
I think Sanders thinks he has Rahman in trouble.
I believe that he hasn't hurt. But the biggest thing is to me still is the speed and the extra weight that Rahman has picked up, which I don't think is going to help him.
And you saw Rahman overcommit on a right hand opportunity.
Yes, he is. And at this stage here,
there it was again.
Sanders is slowed down his footwork, and his speed is up from his hands, but not from his foot anymore.
One more right hand, and Sanders can time the left-right. We'll find out if Rock can take his punch. And there it is again, and this time Rahman's in trouble. Sanders pounding the left hand through the guard. Rahman wobbles back into the corner. Round two's about to come to a close. Not a second too soon for Hasim Rahman.
Rahman impressively came back from a short left hook with a right hand there. He is still rather fresh. Remember that when he suffered the knockouts, it was in late rounds, whereas
as appears might have to be the case here.
And also, if you notice, at the conclusion of a punch, whenever Rahman throws a punch, if he misses it, he crisps with his footwork.
Now Sanders appears to be trying to get a little bit of rest, and Rahman has a chance to take advantage, and does with a right-hand lead.
Sanders is watching only the right hand of Rahman right now, and Rahman miss a right hand and then trying to counter.
Which Rahman is obviously thinking about it in this. Some body punching now.
Oh,
set up.
He made it miss the left, right hand, and he countered with the left.
Absolutely, he timed it right that time. So there's the first knockdown of the fight as Rahman goes down.
Held him up.
It was an explosive left hand off the missed right. Now Sanders tries to finish up with 30 seconds to go in the round, and goes down himself on a counter right hand.
Yeah. I think he's stunned.
I've seen a fighter walk to his corner and go down to his knee to rest.
That's the left right there. Coming in. Perfectly timed left hook by Sanders. And the ropes clearly holding him up. Sanders getting cocky here, trying to finish it. Leaves himself open. Rahman, to his credit, saw it and shot his right through.
Go ahead, Larry.
Well, you wonder if Sanders is...
So many short fights. And now he catches Rahman again with the left. And Rahman tries to catch him with the right. This is just going to be an old-fashioned slugfest from here on in. And they almost both went down.
And every time he throws a right hand...
Jefferson against Maurice Harris last November 6th.
There it is again. Every time he makes him throw the right, he tries to counter. Biggest love after this, because it's totally just the opposite of what he's in tonight.
Only now is Corrie finishing opportunity for 2 minutes there while Sanders wandered around in a daze.
Effective, I think he would do a lot better. It would set up better for his right hand.
Wild left hand misses by Sanders, and they'll go to another round.
As Rahman throws the right hand, he catches him, but held himself up with that left hand, which was fortunate because it gave him a 2-point round.
I thought that's what might happen in the second fight tonight. Harold, how do you have it through 4?
It's an interesting scoring.
And Rahman doesn't seem capable of putting the pressure on him.
At this stage right here, Rahman should really step up the pressure a lot more. One is shooting the right hand lead, and the other is waiting to counter punch over the right.
Round 5 is a totally arm-weary round for...
They've earned a break.
Well, call it the 5th inning stretch, if you like.
Fight is moving on. And once again,
Rahman lands a straight left hand. Sanders looks fresh enough to counter with the left. Rahman is more effective when they get inside.
same again.
Sanders getting more and more pesky with that jab now, trying to set up his left hand, and he lands two more left crosses on Rahman. Misses the third. Rahman going to the body with the right hand. I like that idea. This fight, incidentally, is scheduled for 12 rounds. Hard right hand by Rahman. Sanders is taking that punch now.
Rejuvenated themselves, at least mentally. I'm looking at both of them guys. They seem to be very clear. They're very much aware of everything that's going on. And
I don't see his hand speed anymore,
no more hand speed. But nevertheless, the pesky jabber here is still beginning to be a big factor, particularly if he keeps it up. But the big difference would be still if Rahman would use his left jab a lot more.
Was that you learn the left hook and you learn to use body punches.
And you learn to use body punches. In most of the countries, even though South Africa is not Europe, they still primarily concentrate on head punches.
Straight right hand by Rahman, right on the button. And a right, and a left, and a big rally. And Sanders tries to hold on. And Rahman's just pounding away. Sanders covering up. Rahman just punching. Eddie Cotton looking in.
What's Sanders?
Eddie Cotton's going to stop it.
Even punches that's landed on the side of your head on the gloves, they still vibrate through and they cause a lot of damage.
Sanders' only previous loss was a knockout by Nate Tubbs way back in 1994. It's been 6 years since he lost a fight. Almost 6 years to the day, in fact, because that was May 21 of 94. This loss probably seals his fate.
And new WBU World Heavyweight Champion, Hasim "The Rock" Rahman.